Hey everyone, very good evening. Good evening, Divakar, Anita, Kirtana, Sagar, Sudhanshu, Amruta, Kavya, Akanksha, Pragati, Suma, Chirag, Shravan Kumar, Geeta, Gayatri. Good evening, all of you. Uh, as usual, we are going to be forced to wait for all of the VIPs to join. So, uh, I was in the session in even before 7 o'clock, but nothing can be done. I want all of them to be present, and it's going to be ideal only then to start our technical discussion. So I would wait exactly till 7:10, another 5 to 6 more minutes. Meanwhile, those of you who are actually punctual to the classes who have joined on time, I have a humble request to all of you. Please make sure you're going to revise yesterday's session and be prepared for the Q&A discussion that I would start with before starting with the technical discussion for today. So do not waste your time. Utilize every single minute and revise yesterday's class. I'm sure all of you are also making notes, not during the class, but after the class, logging onto the LMS portal, watching the recorded session from there, and then making the notes. This is what I would request. And to my YouTube audience, please make sure you will have a better user experience if you join the Zoom session. So I would be sending the Zoom session link in the YouTube live chat. Please make sure all of you are going to join the Zoom session. Right. Thank you, everyone. We would start the discussion in 5 minutes. I once again request to all those students who are attending the session over the YouTube live, please make sure Amar sir has just now shared the Zoom meeting link in the live chat. All of you, please use that link and get connected to the Zoom session. Thank you. All right, then let's get started with today's technical discussion. Good evening, Vaibhavi. Rishi, I don't know. I'm still in the process of recovering. So don't see a lot of improvement, but inshallah, hoping that I would be fit and fine soon. Thank you so much for asking. Hope all of you are also doing good. Before I start, another call to all of my YouTube students. Please make sure use the Zoom link that you see in the live chat section there, and please get connected over the Zoom so that you will not have that delay while the session is being live streamed on YouTube. So you'll basically have a better user experience if in case you happen to join the Zoom session right then. Let us quickly get started. I am sure all of you are able to recollect yesterday's class. This is what we have been able to understand. And at the time of conclusion, once we had understood everything about a class, object orientation in general, I had told you there are few rules and few conventions that you need to follow whenever you're trying to write a Java program. As a Java developer, there are going to be such special words which is already known to the language. You have to use those words as it is without changing even the case of the characters there. Because I remember telling this in yesterday's class that Java happens to be a case sensitive programming language. That means there is a huge difference to Java between a capital letter C and small letter c. So you'll have to be extremely careful about it. Another important point to be noted here. Yesterday, I remember giving out the difference between what you call as a rule and what you call as a convention. I hope all of you remember that example that I shared with all of you. Murdering somebody in the land of this country, 100% you're going to be liable for punishment because you have violated a important rule here. But then nobody has told us how are we supposed to wear clothes. If you want to interchange your inner garments with the outer clothes, you can definitely do it. Nobody is going to arrest you. Nobody is going to file a lawsuit against you. Why? Because that is a convention. Nobody has to tell us. It is just common sense. We learn from our surroundings. Just like how everyone is doing, we also feel comfortable doing the same. Same concept is applicable for Java developers also. All of those 10 million Java developers across the world follow this untold, unwritten rule, which is what is technically referred to as convention. But I told you, if you violate the convention, will the program not work? That is not the case. Even if you violate also, the program is going to work. But if the code is going to be seen by another Java developers, definitely it is not going to be appreciated. Is it clear, everyone, so far? Perfect. Now, with respect to rules in detail, I'm going to speak about it in tomorrow's class. But today, I have to speak about the conventions. What are those conventions, sir? Before which I'll have to delete whatever is on my screen. Now, what we are going to first understand in today's session is what are the different naming conventions available in programming languages. I repeat, I'm not talking about Java in total, in general, with respect to programming languages. What are the different naming conventions that are available? Right, understand this. First and foremost, excuse me. Excuse me. Still, I'm not completely recovered. In fact, I feel it was better yesterday, but it's okay. Let the momentum go on. The first type of convention, we technically call it as the Pascal case convention. This is the name of the convention. Great, sir. What about the other conventions, sir? Just like the Pascal case convention, we also have something called as the camel case convention. Observe this. Next, we also have the kebab case convention. And finally, we also have the snake case convention. how in each of these conventions the names are going to be written. I'm writing the heading of that convention itself by the same principles here. In other words, I hope you're seeing in Pascal case convention, if you have two words like this, the first letter of every single word is supposed to be capitalized. In camel case convention, if you have multiple words, always the first word is supposed to start with a small letter itself, but the subsequent words, first letter should always be capitalized. Sir, but why is it called as camel case, sir? I don't know how many of you have seen, noticed while you're seeing camels, you will have that bump over the back of the camel. You see that hump over the back of the camel? Basically, we say that the camel is going to store water within that bump so that whenever it is thirsty, because usually you'll see camels over deserts where it is very hard to find a source of water. That is why, if you notice it here, in the subsequent words, first letter is going to be capitalized. Hence, this convention is technically called as the camel case convention. Sir, what about this kebab case convention, sir? Didn't they get any other name? In kebab case convention, you should have only lowercase characters in multiple words also. Nowhere you are supposed to make use of uppercase characters. Capital letters cannot be used. Then, sir, if everything is written like this, I would be confused. Readability is going to become an issue. That is why in this convention, you are supposed to separate multiple words with a hyphen in between like this. But sir, even now we didn't really get why it is called as kebab case convention. See, I don't mean to uh, make it awkward for the vegetarian audience here. Those of you who are non-vegetarians, in fact, the vegetarian audience also, if at all you're walking through a non-vegetarian restaurant for the sake of marketing, they would have placed those rods, the sticks, iron sticks, for the display, so that you can watch it from outside itself. And in that rod, if you have noticed how the kebab pieces are going to be stuffed into the rod, that is how it is going to seem like if you have multiple words. Let us say some random is what I'm going to write. See, naming, maybe convention. If you see this, it looks like that. That is why it is referred to as kebab case convention. Anyways, sir, what about snake case convention, sir? I am sorry, I think here I have misspelled the word. Perfect. In snake case convention, it is same like the kebab case, but to separate multiple words, this time you're not going to use an hyphen. In fact, you're going to be using an underscore. That is the only difference. And in fact, in Python, what you use is oftenly the snake case convention. What about in Java, sir? In Java, more oftenly, you're going to use the camel case convention. Is that clear, everyone? Sir, that is okay, but can you specifically talk about the naming conventions in Java? Of course, I can. See, observe this. Now, I want to speak about the naming conventions that are applicable in Java. Observe this. How are you supposed to name? What conventions are you supposed to follow? That is what I'll be discussing now. Observe this. First and foremost, if in case you want to give a name to a class, what convention is it supposed to follow, sir? All of the class names in Java should 100% abide by the Pascal case convention. That means a class name should always start with a capital letter. And by chance, if a class name is composed of multiple words, then the subsequent words first letter has to be capitalized. As simple as that. So see, this is how you're supposed to name a class. In other words, it is going to follow the Pascal case convention. Sir, that is okay, but can you give some examples? Absolutely, yes. Observe this. In yesterday's class, I am sure all of you remember, we had this class called as the fan class. And I told you a class name should always start with a capital letter. Correct. Why? Because it has to abide by Pascal case convention. Let us say we wanted to create a class whose name is not just fan. The name of the class happens to be actually electric fan. In that case, can you tell me how am I supposed to write the name of the class if the name of the class happens to be electric fan? All of you, please send me your responses over the chat quickly. Teresa, I told you the name of the class is not fan, it is electric fan. Lavanya, we don't follow snake case. I've clearly written it on my screen. It follows Pascal case for class names. And some of you are using space in between. We cannot use space. Do you see in the Pascal case convention anywhere I have I shown space? Rakshita, subsequent words, first letter should be capitalized. Good. Omkar Atmaram Jadhav. Please join the Zoom session. The link is already there in the live chat. I will share the meeting link once again. All of the YouTube students, please get onto the Zoom session. You will have a better user experience. Anyways, if in case the name of the class has to be electric fan, then this is how you should be writing the class name. Electric, first word, first letter should always be capitalized. If you have multiple words, here you will not be able to use a space. You will get a compilation error. Instead of a space, you should continue. But to indicate it is a different word, it is a second word. Once again, the first letter should be capitalized. Congratulations, you have understood how Pascal case convention works. Is it clear, everyone? Great, sir. But, sir, whenever we want to choose a class name, what should it be, sir, in terms of English literature? It has to be a noun. You should always make sure your class name should always be a noun. I'm sure all of you in your schooling, at least you know that there is something called as parts of speech, nouns, adverbs, verbs, adjectives. Similarly, your class name, whenever you want to choose it, it has to always be a noun. Now, don't ask me what is a noun. I'm sure all of you have heard the definition of noun 101 times. Noun is nothing but a name given to a name, place, animal. I hope all of you understand it. Basically, it has to be a noun. Great, sir. Next word, sir. Next word means it is not just the classes that you're going to be naming. Along with the classes, there are also something called as the variables. So whenever I have to name a variable, what convention am I supposed to follow out of the four available conventions? You should compulsorily follow the camel case convention, wherein the first word should always start with a small letter like this. Sir, what if in case a variable is going to have multiple words, sir? Then the subsequent word, first letter should be capitalized. Congratulations. This is the rule of camel case convention. This is how we are supposed to name the variables according to the camel case convention. Sir, can you give some examples, sir? Why not? Yesterday itself, we have seen a variable. For example, we had seen this variable called as what was the name of the variable for fan? We had something called as brand. See, if a variable contains a variable name is composed of a single word, simply it should be written all in lowercase characters. But just in case your variable is going to have multiple words, for example, number of wings. Yesterday, I had used underscore. That is also okay. But in place of underscores, you can also name your variables abiding by the camel case convention here. How, sir? Number of wings. See, number should start with all lowercase characters. The subsequent word, it's better. Okay. The subsequent word, first letter should be capitalized. Number of blades or number of wings, however you want to write it. Am I clear with this? Just in case, this is another question for all of you. I'm expecting response in the chat. Let us say I have a variable whose name is Price of the fan. Can you tell me how should I name that variable? Price of the fan. Some of you are starting price of the fan P with a capital letter. Variable follows camel case. First word, first letter should always be small, a small letter. Good. So see, this would be the correct answer. Price of the fan. Am I clear with this, everyone? Perfect. Sir, what about variable names? Sir, what are they supposed to be in terms of the English literature context? They should also be always a noun. Great, sir. Next word, sir. Just like class names, variable names, we are also going to have another entity called as methods. So whenever we have to name a method, what convention are we supposed to follow, sir? Methods also follow the camel case convention itself. Hmm. Can you give some example? Of course, in yesterday's class itself, we have seen, for example, if you have a method which is just going to have a single word, we had a method in the fan class called as the starting method. See, this is how you're supposed to write the name of the method starting. Why, sir? Because it contains a single word. What if in case I have a method which is going to have in the name two words, blowing air? Good, Aditya. See, in that case, this is how it is supposed to be written. Did all of you understand so far? Another question for all of you. Lavanya, Rohit, blowing air. B should be small letter. Camel case convention. First word, all small letters. Subsequent words, first letter should be capitalized. Right. No, Divya. No types, nothing. Let us say I have a method whose name happens to be blowing cold air. Can you please tell me how am I supposed to name such a method as? Blowing cold air. Good, Rakshita. Perfect. I'm happy that all of you have got the conventions right. So observe this. This is how the name of the method is supposed to be. Blowing cold air. Did you all understand so far? Perfect, perfect. Thank you for responding. I appreciate it, but now you have to concentrate. Please stop sending me your responses. Sir, what should be the method name, sir? Are they supposed to be nouns? 100% no. I told you methods in Java are supposed to represent the behavior of the objects. Basically, they're going to represent a certain action. Actions means always they have to be verbs. Verbs means it basically represents action, right? That also here. And how will I get to know that, sir? Usually you'll have the words ending with ing. Such words are only referred to as verbs. See, in all the three names that I have given the example here, you definitely have the letters ing existing there. Perfect. Next word, sir. Apart from this, there is also one more component within a Java program which as of now you are not aware of it, but just have this information. Since I'm discussing naming conventions, I think it would be the right time for me to also speak about the naming convention about another component within a Java program. What is that, sir? There are also something called as the interfaces. So how are you supposed to name an interface, sir? Interface names also should be named according to the Pascal case convention. What is an interface? Please do not even ask me, because even if I would explain, you will not be able to understand. Can you give an example, sir? Of course, for example, this is how an interface is supposed to be named. For example, there is something called as the comparable interface. There is something called as the predicate interface. Like this, there are many interfaces. Just remember, it has to follow the Pascal case convention. And sir, what should it be, sir? Noun, verb, It should always be an adjective. Basically, such words which end with the characters A, B, L, E, comparable, serializable, runnable, callable. That is how the interfaces are supposed to be named. Right. Is it clear, everyone? Did all of you get whatever I've spoken so far? These are the naming conventions in Java. Class names should abide by Pascal case, variable names, camel case, method names, camel case, and your interfaces should abide by Pascal case convention. Perfect, perfect. Right. Now I have to clear the screen. So if anybody wants to take a screenshot or something, you can please go ahead and take a screenshot of this, because the next topic is going to be quite crucial. Is it done, people? Right. Perfect. Understand this. See, I want to bring the yesterday's fan example onto my screen once again. If anybody would ask me, sir, going by the rules of the convention also, if I would type and execute the program exactly the way you have written it on your screen, will I be able to compile and execute the program? Unfortunately, not. This program cannot be executed. Why, if you ask me, in total, how many methods do you have in this program? Please be quick. Good, Purva. Good, good. There are four methods. What are those? Starting, rotating, blowing air, and stopping. Not four. You can have 400, you can have 4,000 methods within your program. But unless and until your Java program contains a special method called as the main method, your program cannot be executed. So why this program cannot be executed, Ritika? It is because this program doesn't have something called as the main method. Now, before I write a complete executable program where main method would also be there, now that you are completely aware of the concepts of classes and objects, the previous day I spoke about how to print output, how to read the input in the Java program. I also gave you the syntax of the other programming languages. And I remember telling this to all of you, that to simply mechanically remember the syntax, whenever you want to print something, system.out.println. Whenever you want to read some input from the user, I told you have to make use of the scanner facility. But what is that? We had no idea about it previously. But now that we have mastered the concepts of classes and objects, now things are going to be quite clear. Observe this. What do you mean to say, sir? What I mean to say here is, if in case from your Java program, you want to send any output to the console screen, basically the monitor screen, what is going to happen is, the moment you launch your Java program, for example, let us say this is the monitor screen of your computer, and this happens to be the keyboard of your computer. Now, let us say this is my Java program. I request all of you to pay utmost attention. This explanation is quite critical for your understanding. So if there is anybody who's making running notes while I'm drawing, you're also drawing, I highly don't recommend that kind of a behavior in the classes. Your entire focus should be on my explanation. If you are so passionate about making notes, at least take a screenshot at the end. Now concentrate. Great, sir. Next word, sir. Next word means, like I said, this is our Java program. The moment you launch your Java program, basically the moment you execute your Java program, automatically James Gosling has written the code in such a way from your Java program to the monitor. See, this is our monitor. And this happens to be the keyboard. From the Java program to your monitor, automatically there is going to be a pipe that is going to be established like this. A pipe is going to be created. What is the name of this pipe, sir? The name of this pipe, my friends, it happens to be system.out. That means whenever from your Java program, you want to send the output to the standard output system. Output device. Speaker is another output device. Can you tell me which is the standard output device of any computer system? Very good. It happens to be monitor. That is the reason why the name of this pipe, since it is connected to the standard output device of your computer, which is monitor, it is referred to as system.out. Am I clear with this, everyone? Perfect. Now, whenever through your Java program, you want to send any output to the monitor screen, you are supposed to make use of this pipe called as system.out pipe. But sir, how to do that, sir? That is what I'm going to teach now. See, observe this. It is the output activity that we are trying to understand. Let us say, I want to display some messages here. So, excuse me. Let us say, maybe I want to send a message called as hello world. This message from my Java program should be printed onto the monitor screen. Basically, it is our console screen. How do we do that, sir? Very simple. Can you tell me from your Java program to the monitor screen, which pipe is connected? System.out. All that I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to refer to that pipe system.out. The moment you do this, immediately this pipe is activated. Hey, but through this pipe, what activity are you trying to do here? You want to print a message. Whenever you want to perform any activity, any behavior, what are you supposed to do? You should be using a method. So through the system.out pipe, if you are interested in performing the printing activity, then good Rishi, you have to use a method called as the println method. This is a method, and through this method, as the argument to this method, whatever you're going to provide it within double quotes, that message is going to be printed as it is onto the monitor screen. Is that clear, everyone, so far? Perfect. Great, sir. What next, sir? What next means through your Java program to the same device monitor Aryan, there is actually another pipe as well that is also connected between the Java program and the monitor screen. Sir, are you telling there are two pipes that are connected from the Java program to the monitor? Absolutely, yes. What is the name of the other pipe, sir? The name of this pipe happens to be system.err. It is clearly understandable by reading the name of the pipe itself that whenever you want to display any error messages, those error messages should not be sent through the system.out pipe, output pipe. It should be sent through the system.err, error pipe. Am I clear with this, everyone? Sir, but can I use the system.err pipe to print normal output messages also, sir. 100% you can do it. Sir, can you prove that to us, sir? I will just check if that is possible. Are you able to see my screen? Perfect. Now see, I will just use an online compiler to demonstrate this activity. In complete an online Java compiler, you will get a list of different Java compilers available. As of now, in the skeleton program code that is already pre-written in this online compiler, as you can see, which pipe are they making use of to print this message? System.out pipe. So if I would run this program, as you can see, we're also getting the output as hello world. Let us say I replace out with ERR. Will that work, sir? 100% it has to work. Now, after compiling, once executed, as you can see, we are still getting the same output, hello world. Then, sir, are you telling there is absolutely no difference between system.out and system.err? With respect to their functionality, there is no difference, but you should have basic common sense as to when to use which pipe. Whenever you want to display normal output messages, use system.out pipe. But whenever you want to display any error messages to the user, only in that cases you have to use system.err. Just because there are two pipes available for you, you can't interchangeably use these pipes however you want. See, that way, I once again give a disclaimer warning here. You have to take all of my examples positively. To all of our houses also, to all of our homes as well, there are two water pipes that are connected. One water pipe through which you'll be able to get the drinking water into your house. Another pipe through which all of the waste water, the drainage water is going to go out of your house. Now, if you tell me, hey, no, Zabi, sir, there are two pipes available which are connected to my house. From tomorrow, I will not drink water from the drinking water pipe. I will drink from the drainage water pipe. Go ahead, drink. Who am I to stop? I hope you're understanding it. These two pipes should be used for the purpose they have been created. For example, I'll get back to the same program here. See, look at this program. As of now, I will change it back to out system.out.println here. Let us say at the end of this statement, it is a rule in Java that once a statement is completed, just like how in English we place a full stop, in programming, you cannot place a full stop. To indicate the end of a statement, you should be placing a semicolon. Let us say I forget to put this semicolon. What is this, sir? It is a mistake. Immediately, the compiler should make me aware of this mistake. Look, boss, you have committed an error in your program. Now, where is that mistake going to be highlighted for me? That would also be highlighted to me on the monitor screen itself, on the console screen itself. But that mistake, that error message that is going to be displayed to me now when I run this program is not coming through the system.out pipe. Where is it coming through? It is coming through the system.err pipe. You want a proof of that? Observe this. The moment I run this, it is going to tell me semicolon is missing, semicolon expected. But think and answer. Are you not able to see this message here? Yes. But where is this message coming from? Is it system.out pipe or system.err pipe? Definitely it is coming from system.err pipe. I hope now you're understanding the difference between system.out pipe and the difference between system.err pipe. Right, let us immediately jump onto the paint screen here. I think it's better to make a note of this here. Here, you should use system.out to display output messages. And whenever you want to display error messages, only in that context, you should be making use of system.err pipe. That also is going to be clearly written over here. And maybe here I would like to say some error message, invalid input, random error message. Did you guys get about the system.out and system.err pipes? Perfect. Now, please, in the interviews, do not refer to them as pipes. It is only for the sake of explanation and for you to easily understand. I'm referring to these two things as pipes. But sir, then what are they technically referred to as? Technically, they're referred to as streams. I hope all of you have heard of this word in English also. Usually, you would say you'll see people talking. There is a stream of water that is flowing through. Basically, something that is flowing through a canal. That is what is technically going to be called as a stream. And through these pipes, there is a data. There are bytes of data. There are characters of data that are going to be flowing. That is why it is technically called as a stream. Good, Harsh. Basically, it is a passway. Are we good so far? Perfect. Next what, sir? Next what means output activity we understood, sir. What about input? Just like how there are output pipes connected to the monitor screen from your Java program. Similarly, from your Java program to the keyboard also, there is a pipe that is going to be connected like this. What is the name of this pipe, sir? Tell me. There can be so many input devices to your computer system, keyboard, mouse, the compact disk. But out of everything, can you tell me which is the standard input device to your computer system? Keyboard. Very good, Saifan. That is why the name of this pipe happens to be system.in. It is an input pipe which is connected to the standard input device of your computer. That is what is called system.in. Is it clear, everyone? Perfect. Next word, sir. Next word means, see, whenever you want to read the input from the keyboard through this pipe called system.in, it is going to read the data at a very slow pace, because let the output be displayed at a very slow pace. I don't care about it. One by one characters are going to be displayed onto the monitor screen. But when I'm reading the input 100%, I expect all of the inputs to be read at a much faster pace. So how to achieve that, sir? You think an answer in your house also. Whenever you want to pump the water that is there in the sink, in the well, in the basement, to the water tank that is placed on the terrace of your house, are you going to simply connect a pipe in the well to the water tank that is there on the top of your house, top of your building? 100% no. In that case, you need to insert a lot of pressure manually to make the water flow upwards and go and start fill the tank. So tell me, along with the pipe, what else are you going to connect to the pipe? No, why is the response so slow? I am not getting it. I repeat the question once again. Whenever you want to pump the water from the basement to the water tank that is above 4 floors in your building, are you only going to connect a pipe, or along with the pipe, is there anything else also that you are going to connect that is going to generate the pressure for the water to flow upwards? Luckily, I'm getting the answer now. Very good, everyone. Yes, it is the motor that you're going to be connecting. That is why James Gosling, okay, listen to me, everyone. Listen to me. Good, Shruti. Listen to me, all of you. Automatically, to your program, you don't have to create these three pipes. These three pipes are automatically going to be available for your program. But since you want to read the input at a much faster pace, you have to make sure to create a motor, and that motor should be connected to system.in. Sir, will this be done automatically? That is what I'm trying to tell you. This won't be done automatically. You have to do it manually. Sir, what is that motor that you're referring to, sir? See, basically, you have to create a motor like this, and that motor should be connected to this pipe called as system.in. Am I clear with this, everyone? Sir, can you please tell us what is the name of this motor? Congratulations. The name of this motor itself is nothing but scanner. Am I clear with this, everyone? Sir, what is this scanner, sir? Basically, scanner happens to be an inbuilt class in Java. It is one of the inbuilt class in Java. Sir, that is okay, sir. But can you please tell how are we supposed to read the input? Diagrammatically, we understood. Good. That is what I'm going to teach now. Please concentrate here. When it comes to reading the input activity here, think and answer. I told you whether this motor will be created automatically or do we have to create it as a programmer? We have to create it. Tell me, what is this motor? It is an inbuilt class. I have a question to all of you. How are you supposed to make use of a class in Java? No, don't tell me import statement and everything else. It is only because you have mugged up these programs in your academics. That is what it means to say here. I am asking, I know that there is an inbuilt class called as the scanner class in Java library. I want to make use of this class. Forget about a inbuilt class. Even if there is a user defined class, which you have created, which I have created, fan class, how are we supposed to make use of a class? Very good, very good. Classes referred are nothing but like the blueprint of objects. They don't exist in reality. What exists in reality are the objects. Good, Ajay. We have to create an object of that particular class. So in all of my future lectures also, please be extremely careful. The moment I ask this question, how do we make use of a class in Java? Your instant answer should be by creating an object of that class, sir. That should be your answer. Am I clear with this, everyone? Right. Now concentrate. I'll get back to the paint screen. I have to create an object of the scanner class. And how do we create an object of any class in Java? This already in yesterday's class, I've spoken about it. We have to make use of the new keyword. So see, I am going to tell new because only then JVM is going to create a new object for me. But this time, do you want to create a fan object or a student object? Wrong. This time you have to create a scanner object. That is what you should be doing it. Once you create the scanner object, basically the motor is going to be ready. Where are you supposed to connect this motor to? System.in pipe. Congratulations. That is what you should be telling it here. Am I clear with this, everyone? But I told you, this is just 50% of the object creation statement. Because once the motor is created, later in the future, whenever you want to refer to this motor, if you have not given a reference to it, if you have not given a name to it, it is not going to be possible for you to refer to that. In other words, it is going to become an anonymous object, unknown object, nameless object. But no, sir. I want to refer to the scanner object in the future, sir. What is that I should be doing? All that you have to do is come to the left-hand side of this particular statement and assign a reference to it. I will give a reference as scan. Next word, sir. What should be the type of scan, sir, that you will see? See, the moment you do this, what would happen, sir? Immediately to this motor, which is nothing but a scanner object. See, you have successfully created a reference to this particular motor like this. You see, immediately this reference scan is going to be assigned here. And tell me, this time, is this the reference scan pointing to fan object, student object, or scanner object? Scanner object. That is why it is common sense that I have to make my reference scan of scanner type like this. Congratulations. Is that clear, everyone? Right. In between, you'll not hear me speaking anything. It is because I would be wiping my nose. I have continuously running nose. Trust me, if it was not for ExcelR, if it was not for all of my students, I would at any cost not at all be working. Just that I want to keep the momentum going on, and I don't want to give any breaks in between. I'm preparing myself, forcing myself to throw myself into the session and give my best shot here. Anyways, great, sir. Next word, sir. Sir, you have successfully created the scanner object also, sir. The motor is ready. Now, how are we supposed to read, sir? Should I use the pipe or should I use the motor? Common sense, man. Once you have already brought the motor to your house, that motor is connected to the pipe. In the future, whenever you want to pump the water, are you going to operate the pipe or are you going to operate through the motor? You tell me. Taju SK. Are you going to do it through the pipe? No, no, no. Once you connect a motor, you're 100% going to monitor through the motor. You're going to pump the water through the motor. That is why now whenever I want to read the input from the user, good Shraddha, right? All of you stop sending me the responses. Now concentrate here. So now you think an answer. Now that motor is ready, whenever you want to read input, you should be reading it through the motor. Can you tell me what is the name of the motor here? What name did you give? Very good. Scan is what you have given the reference. Sir, if I simply tell scan, it is basically reference to the scanner object. But through this, I want to read the input, sir. What should I do, sir? Basically, you think an answer. That is why yesterday's class was so important. Those of you who have missed it, you are going to find it really difficult to understand this. See, yesterday like this, we had created a student object and to which I had given a reference called as S1. Listen to me, listen to me. It's okay, even if I have to go back and give backward reference in the process, it is going to waste 5 minutes of my time. I don't mind as long as my students are going to understand the concept correctly. It was a student object that we created. And we know from yesterday's discussion, every student object can do 4 activities for us: eating, sleeping, coding, and reading. Now you please think an answer. If I want this student object whose reference is S1 to perform the eating activity, if I simply tell S1, do you think it will automatically do eating activity for me? 100% no. I have to call the name of the method which has been implemented to depict that particular behavior. Good Aryan, good Shifa, good Tanvir. See, I should not simply tell S1. I should tell S1 dot eating. In only then the student object is going to exhibit which behavior? Eating behavior. Why don't you apply the same logic here whenever you want to read any input through this object, through this motor called as the scanner motor, whose reference is scan. If you only tell scan, do you think automatically it is going to read the data? 100% no. After this, you should also use a name of the method. What is the name of the method? Unfortunately, Harsh and Ajay in the meeting chat here, they're telling to me, sir, name of the method is read. That is not possible because you and I didn't write the code for the scanner class. Who has written the code for the scanner class, sir? It is the father of Java, James Gosling. Whatever methods he has coded, only those methods I'm supposed to use. But sir, what are those method names, sir? Anyways, now that you understood the relevance of the student object, I'm going to delete it. See, nobody will teach you this way. It is only and only for your reference. I am going to give you a glimpse of how James Gosling would have coded the inbuilt class called as the scanner class. Sir, how has he coded the scanner class? Sir, we're very excited to know that. Yes, see, observe this. Let it be James Gosling. let it be Parvati, or let it be Rohit. Whenever anybody has to create a class, compulsorily they have to make use of the special word called as class. So James Gosling also have made use of this word called as class. What did he name this class, sir? Obviously, you can see it just like how we named the class as fan. He has named this class as the scanner class, as simple as that. And what is going to be there inside the class, sir? Already I have told you this in yesterday's class only. Class ke under it is going to be your has part and the does part that is going to be present. What about the has part, sir? Least interested, मुझे इसमें कोई भी अभी इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है जानने में. What about the does part, sir? In the does part, tell me, what is the meaning of does part here? Very good. It represents the behaviors of the scanner object, the activities which Ganga Prasad can perform on the scanner object. That is what is going to be coded under this. And how are you going to implement the does part? Very good. It is through the concept of methods. See, what he has done is, in the does part, he has given us many methods to perform different activities. Whenever you want to read an integer value from the keyboard, congratulations, then this is the method that you should be using. He has given a method called as the next int method. That is why I told you, we cannot tell read, we cannot tell scan, whatever we want. We should use the name of the methods, whatever names he has used it inside the scanner class. Next word, sir. Of course, for this method, he has also given a certain body. Not interested in knowing the body. I just want the name of the method because the method will do the job for me. Similarly, he has created another method called as next to float. Whenever you want to read a floating type of a value, whenever you want to read a double type of a value, then the method name happens to be next double. Next, similarly, whenever you want to read a Boolean value, then the method name happens to be next Boolean. Whenever you want to read a single string, then the method name happens to be next. Whenever you want to read an entire sentence, multiple strings, the method name happens to be next line. Like this, once again, there are many methods. I am simply showing a glimpse of how the scanner class was coded by James Gosling and his team. Is that clear, everyone? Perfect. Next what, sir? Next what means, now coming back to our code, let us say from the keyboard, I am interested in reading integer type of the data. First of all, I should read it through the motor. That is what you have told me to do it. I didn't say. See, motor name is scan. But if you only use the reference, do you think it will perform the activity? No. For every activity, there is a method that I should be using. So tell me, if I have to read integer type of the data, good Ajay, the name of the method happens to be next int like this. Congratulations. Automatically, that method will be executed and that integer data from the keyboard. See, that integer data from the keyboard is going to be fetched through this motor and it is going to come to your program. I'll just show some integer keys also here. Something like this. Whatever integer data that you're going to highlight it, maybe let us say the data that you have given here as input happens to be 45. That data is going to be scanned through the motor and it is going to come to your program. Now in your program, if you want to hold on to the data, see, if you want to hold on to the data, you have to allocate memory within your program. How to allocate it, sir? By creating a variable. Maybe I am going to create a variable called as num. Sir, आपने जो भी pictorially whatever you're showing to us, can you do it programmatically? Can you show the same thing in the coding? Yes, of course. See, what I'm trying to say here is this statement scan.nextInt is going to bring the data 45 to my program. In my program, I want to collect it in a variable called as num. How to do it, sir? Very simple. You tell equal to num like this. But I also told you, Every variable should also be declared with a data type. Tell me, this variable num, what type of data is it going to collect from the keyboard now? Integer. Congratulations. The data type of this variable is going to be integer type. So what will happen, sir? Congratulations. This data 45 will be scanned from the keyboard and it is going to be stored in the variable num. So see, in the program also, the variable num is going to hold the data 45. Trust me, I have seen many teachers in my life. Nobody is going to explain the input output activity the way I have explained, only about printing output and only about reading input. Excuse me. Is that clear, everyone, so far? Perfect. Sir, next word, sir. Is the input activity code completed, sir? Unfortunately, not. Because you should know something more about how this scanner class has been organized. Sir, organized, what do you mean to say, sir? Whenever you download Java onto your computer, there are going to be files that are going to be automatically created onto your hard disk. The scanner class will also be stored on your computer in the form of a file. And this scanner class is going to be stored inside, it is going to be present inside a folder. What is the name of this folder, sir? The name of this folder is going to be util folder. Next, similarly, this util folder itself is going to be present inside another folder. Hey, tell me, in our computer, can we create a folder inside a folder? Of course, why not? We have only done it so many times. So see, automatically, this util folder is going to be created inside another folder. Good, Kirtana. The name of this folder is going to be the Java folder, the parent most folder. It is inside this Java folder itself. There are going to be other folders that are going to be present. Am I clear with this? See, whatever I'm referring to it as folder, technically we don't call it as folder. Technically, we call them as packages. That is what we are going to call them as. But for the sake of understanding, you can call it as package. You can also call it as a folder. Is that clear, everyone? Now see, this is where scanner class is safely present, but you are using it inside your program. How do you expect the compiler to know where the scanner class is present? 100% it is not going to be possible for compiler to find out. That is why very smartly at the beginning of our program, see, whenever you want something which is not present in the place where you live, but it is present somewhere else, what is it you should be doing? You have to import it. That is what I'm going to do it here. See, I would say import a class called as the scanner class, which is present inside a folder called as the Java folder. If you tell Java, you're referring to the major folder, main folder, but you want to go inside that folder. How to go inside a folder, sir? Use dot. Inside the Java folder, there is one more folder called as util. Go inside that folder, then refer to the class by its name. That's all. Import java.util.scanner. Now the compiler knows where is the scanner class going to be present. Is it clear, everyone? Did all of you understand the output and the input activity? There are two streams available whenever you want to perform the output activity, and there is a single stream available whenever you want to read the input from the keyboard. And it is not only through that stream, there is also a mechanism called as the motor, which is nothing but your scanner class. That is what you should be using. Are we good so far? Now see, one last information with respect to system.out and system.err. Let it be system.out or let it be system.err. Technically speaking, using both of these pipes, there are three ways you can perform the printing activity. What are those, sir? Either, see, listen to this, everyone. You can make use of the println method, or you can make use of the print method, or you can also make use of the printf method. On both of these pipes, it is going to be your choice. But what really is the difference is, sir, that, like I said, I will definitely explain, but not in today's class. There is a topic called as pattern programming. When the topic comes, I will definitely explain what is the difference between println, print, and printf. Is that clear, everyone? Right, perfect. So with this, we have completed the first topic of discussion in today's class. Sorry, second topic. First topic was naming conventions. This happens to be the second topic. I would appreciate if all of you can take a quick screenshot of this, because I want a LinkedIn post to be created around this topic as well. Please be quick. Is it completed, everyone? Right. I can still see that there are uh, 57 students who are attending my session through YouTube. I have told it many a times. I would reiterate the same once again. There is a pinned comment also in the live chat. The link you can find to get connected over the Zoom meeting here. Please, all of the YouTube students, use that link and get connected to the session over the Zoom meetings. Right. Let's quickly jump onto the next discussion here. And it's a humble request today also. At the end of the session, immediately do not drop off from the session. Yesterday also separately, the attendance link was shared at the end. Those of you after 9 o'clock, whoever left, you have lost the attendance for yesterday. I told you I would be giving the assessment attendance after looking into the assignment, but I could see that there are hundreds and hundreds of code snippets that were sent to me. So the last minute, I had to take a call and resend the attendance link once again. So today also there is an important announcement at the end. Please make sure you stay back as long as the session is going on, right? With all of this information now, I had told you that we will not be able to execute yesterday's program because of a simple reason. It is lacking a method called as the main method. Now, it is about the main method that we're going to understand. Now, observe this. See, whenever you want to execute any program, listen to me carefully, everyone. Trust me, I don't like teaching by keeping my video off, but it is only because of my health concern. I have to switch off the video and teach. And I know you will not be that focused only when you hear a voice and you're not able to see something. That is why you have to make sure you're not getting distracted at any cost. So listen to me. Whenever you want to execute any program, who is going to execute it, sir? Undoubtedly, it is going to be the microprocessor. But giving all the credits only to the microprocessor is also not right. Who is going to instruct the microprocessor to execute your program? It is the boss of your computer. It is nothing but the soul of your computer, which is the operating system. Very good. I repeat once again, for any program to be executed that is coded in any programming language, who is going to execute the program? It is going to be the operating system. Anyways, so what are we trying to understand here? It is the main method that we're trying to understand in Java. Like I said, It is the operating system that has to execute your program. So we'll do one thing. We are going to list all of the operating systems at one side, all of the famous operating systems. And on the other side, I would like to list all of the famous programming languages. Uh, Can you tell me what are some of the famous popular operating systems? Good. Windows is one of the very famous operating system. Of course, which company owns Windows operating system? It is Microsoft. Similarly, any other operating system? We have got the Linux operating system. It is going to be owned by AT&T Labs, basically your Bell Labs. We also have the Macintosh operating system, which is going to be owned by the Apple inclusive company. Only the name Apple would suffice for time being. On the other end, I would like to list some of the popular programming languages. We have got C, we have got C++. Both of these programming languages are going to be owned by the same labs, AT&T Labs or Bell Labs, whatever you want to call. Next, we also have C Sharp. Which company owns this programming language, sir? It is the Microsoft that owns this programming language. And finally, we have got Java, another famous programming language. Which company owns this? Don't even have to ask me that question. We already know, Oracle. And we also have got another famous programming language, Python. It is going to be owned by a non-profit organization called as Python Software Foundation, PSF. Is it clear, everyone, so far? Perfect. Now see, doesn't matter. Listen to this extremely carefully. Nobody is going to tell you why main method is needed in any programming language the way I'm going to teach it. So listen to me very, very carefully. If at all you want to execute a program that is coded in any of the programming languages on any computer that is being run by any of these operating systems. Now, how do you expect the operating system to know in that program if there are 10,000 lines of code? From which point the program execution should start from? The program execution should commence from. How the hell do you think the operating systems will know about it? That is why doesn't matter in which programming language you're going to code your programs. The operating systems from any programming language, it could be a program that is written in C, a program that is written in C++, C Sharp, Java, Python, or any programming language. The operating system just has only one expectation. Boss, you please give me the indicator for the starting point of execution within your program. In other words, that information is going to be provided through a special function, special method in your program. And congratulations, that method itself is referred to as the main method. So in the interviews, if they ask you, Karthik, what is the only expectation operating system has from any programming language? Your answer should be very crisp and clear. It is the main function. It is the main method which the operating system is going to expect. So don't think I'm trying to do any match the following here. Windows for C, C++, Linux for C Sharp, Macintosh for Java or Python. No, 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 no. Any operating system from any programming language. What is the only expectation they have got? Main function must be present. If main function is not present, your operating system is going to go blind about your program because it doesn't know from which point, from which line to start the execution. Did all of my students understand why main method is needed, why main function is needed in any programming language? Very good. Because that is the only expectation of the operating system. Because all of you know, can you tell me which is the most important software in a computer? It is the operating system. As the name suggests, it is going to make your system operational. And for the operating system to hand over the control of execution to your program, which is written in any programming language, main function compulsorily must be present. Did all of you understand so far? Perfect. Now, for the main method syntax to be written on the screen, I think I would need a lot of space. So this I'll see for time being. If I can just cut it and keep it. Okay. Now, please listen to me. At least for the next 20 minutes, please do not get distracted at all. Let your focus entirely be on the explanation here. Now see, I directly don't want to write the syntax of main method in Java. It would be quite confusing. Instead of that, we'll do this. What is it you're planning to do, sir? One such programming language, irrespective of the branch of engineering, that all of us have been made to study in the first year of our engineering, good Parvati, it is the C programming language. We are at least familiar with some sort of syntax related to C programming language. So first, I want to show how the main function would be coded in C programming language. And then by taking that, we will convert it into the main method in Java. I once again repeat this. I honestly cannot emphasize it enough from my mouth through my words how important this discussion is going to be. At least for the next 20 minutes, it's a humble request. Please make sure to concentrate and listen to whatever I'm explaining. So listen to this. See, let us say I want to write a C program. And see, I am not a fool. I am not a mentally retarded person or any of you here to randomly start writing a program. Have you randomly started writing any program in your life? No. Even before you start writing a program, there should be a certain problem statement for which you're going to write the code as the solution for that problem statement. So, sir, can you please give us the problem statement for which you want us to write the C program code? The problem state is very simple. I want you to write a C program to print welcome to ExcelR. I want this message to be printed. Basically, this is the problem statement. Listen to me now. Do you know what is the syntax whenever it comes to the printing activity in C language? Absolutely, yes. Can you tell me what is a syntax? Basically, there is an inbuilt function whose name happens to be printf. All that I'm supposed to do is use that function, and to that function, pass the argument as input, whatever message you want to be displayed onto the output screen. So see, here I'm simply going to tell, welcome to ExcelR, like this. That's all. But if you ask me, sir, I have written the core logic for the problem statement. But if my program in C language is going to contain only this one line, will I be able to compile and execute the program? You're absolutely mistaken. The language creator is not going to permit you to execute this program. And can you tell me who is the language creator of C language? Very good. It is Dennis Ritchie. Dennis Ritchie is not going to allow you to do this. Why, sir? Because according to Dennis Ritchie, this is, my friends, is technically called as an executable statement. And according to Dennis Ritchie, every single executable statement must be placed inside a function. This rule, Zabi sir is not telling. This rule is given by the inventor of C programming language, who is Dennis Ritchie. So according to him, obviously, I am not using a language which I have created. I am using a language which somebody else has created. So I have to obviously abide by the rules of that person. Oh, understood, sir. We have to definitely follow whatever Dennis Rich is telling. So very quickly, let us put it inside a function. And I'm sure all of you don't even expect me to tell you what is the syntax of a function or a method. I told you it should have four things: method name, parameters, of course, they're optional, body, and the return type. Because whatever you call it as methods in Java, same thing in the previous programming languages. What is it called as? It is called as functions. Good, good. Am I clear with this? So let me quickly take this executable statement printf and let me put it inside a function. Sir, what are you going to name your function, sir? Depending on what activity would be there inside this. Tell me, inside this function, I have only printf statement here, which is going to display something onto the monitor screen. Okay, in that case, I think a meaningful name for this function would be a display function like this. We will call this function as the display function like this. Just a minute. Anyways, let's get back now. What is the name of the function that we have given? Display function. Now, immediately, Parvati might ask me here, sir, is it compulsory that we should name this function as display only? No, 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 no. You can name this function as Parvati also. I mean, you're understanding it. I have simply given a meaningful name here. But you tell me, it is a function. So what should be followed after a function name? Good, good. It should compulsorily be followed with a pair of parentheses like this. But that is not enough. What about the body of the function? Body of the function, we already coded it first, which is that printf statement that I'm simply supposed to surround it with a pair of curly braces like this. That's all. Smart move. Am I clear with this? But what about the return type, sir? Tell me, is this inside this function? Anywhere do you see any return statement here? No, but can I tell returns type as nothing? Very good. All of you know we can't tell nothing. What is it we should be telling? We have to tell void like this. But sir, you said within parentheses, there should be something called as parameters. No, sir. I also remember telling those parameters are optional. It is not compulsory. That is why that is also not going to be needed. Congratulations. Now, if you ask me, is Dennis Ritchie going to be happy with the code that we have written? He's partially happy. Sir, what is your problem, sir? Hey, I don't have any problem, man. It is Dennis Ritchie who has a problem here. Sir, you said every executable statement must be placed inside a function. I have done that, no, sir. At the same time, this display function, if I ask you this, who has written the code for the display function? The programmer, Zabi sir, has written the code for this. Uh, but don't you think in your program code, you're also making use of this inbuilt function called as printf? And the other day, when I was explaining the differences between object file and executable file, I told you printf, scanf happens to be inbuilt functions which are whose code is present inside the library files. But to tell the compiler where is that code present, what is that we should be doing? Very good, very good. We should go at the beginning of our program and we should use a statement called as hash include. And here I should tell standard input output dot h. Tell me, using printf, where are you going to display the message to? Standard output device. That is why the body for printf and scanf is present in a file. Don't tell the name of the file as stdio studio. Some of the students say this. I get extremely annoyed and irritated. It is standard input output. That is what you should be reading it as. Oh, great, sir. Sir, we have tried our best to satisfy Dennis Ritchie, sir. He should better be satisfied now. Now is he satisfied? Absolutely, yes. Sir, now can we execute the program? Boss, Dennis Ritchie, if he is happy, it is not enough. Who should execute your program is the operating system. Now, let me Let us also go to this person and check if he is satisfied with the way we have written the code. Unfortunately, he is not at all satisfied. He is extremely sad. Why, sir? Because I told you, just in the previous slide, I have told you this. For the operating system to execute a program that is coded in any programming language, Aryan, what is needed? Operating system needs a function called as the main function. But what is the function which Meghna has created here? Meghna has created a function called as the display function. I don't care whether you have display function, show off function, whatever. I need a function whose name is main function. So what is that I should be doing, sir? Very simple. Dennis Ritchie has not stopped you to create functions within your program. You can go ahead and create any number of functions. So see, that is why, since operating system is demanding this function from me, that is why I would go ahead and I would create a function whose name should compulsorily be main. Here, can you change Parvati? It is not possible. But display function, can I change it to maybe let us say display output, display message? Of course I can, but main function name cannot be changed. You see, this is going to be my main function. In the main function also, are we using any return statement? No, that is why I'm going to change the return type of the main function as, I am going to mark it as void main like this. Sir, at least now, is both Dennis Ritchie and operating system happy, sir? Absolutely, yes. Dennis Ritchie is also happy. Operating system is also happy, my friends. And now if both of them are happy, sir, can I execute this program? Absolutely, yes. You can execute the program. And I have a quick question to all of the 500 plus participants who are attending this live session. What do you think is going to be the output of this program? You have got 5 seconds to tell me the output. Please be quick. Meanwhile, this is, I think, fourth call to my YouTube students. Please use the Zoom meeting link available in the chat box. Amar sir has also pinned that message in the live chat. Please use the Zoom meeting link, and all of you, please shift to Zoom meetings. This is where the attendance link is going to be sent today, not on YouTube live chat. Okay, coming back to this question. How many of you think the output is going to be welcome to ExcelR? Please raise your hands, everyone. Others, please lower your hands. Those of you who don't think that is going to be the output. Hey, at least raise your hand, man. How many of you think the output is going to be welcome to ExcelR? Because I have used a printf statement there. 49, 50, 51, 56. Okay, okay. So more than 10%. 73. So all of you people think the output of this program is going to be welcome to ExcelR. I'm really sorry to disappoint. The output of this program is not going to be welcome to ExcelR. And at the same time, Mamata, you will also not get any error message also. Basically, the program will execute without printing a single character onto the monitor screen. And absolutely no error is going to be generated. That means, sir, can you please show it to us how the control flow will be executed? You think an answer. Whose job it is to hand over the control flow here? Operating system. So see, look at this, everyone. Operating system, I was telling you, will hand over the control of execution only to a special method within your program, which is the main method. So see, this is the control flow that is coming, looking for main method. Where is the main method? Where is the main method? And it is going to check, oh, main method is present here. So see, control will be given to main method. After receiving the control, main method body is going to be executed. Tell me, Do you see anything inside the body of the main method? I don't see it. I don't know about all of you here. Certainly, it is an empty method body that we have. After executing the main method, the control is going to leave the main method. And after leaving it, it obviously goes back to the operating system wherever it came from. Tell me, where was your printf statement present, Harsh? It was present inside the display method. Did the control even go inside the display method? No. Then how is that 75 of them out of 532 students here are telling me that the output is going to be welcome to ExcelR? Is that clear, everyone? Sir, but I have returned the body to display method, sir. Why is the display function not getting executed? Remember this golden statement out of this everyday learning program. Even if you did not understand anything, at least remember this. A function will be executed only when it is called. Unless and until you call a function, it will not be executed automatically. Golden statement it is. You are not supposed to forget it. Oh, that means what is it we should be doing, sir? Think and answer. Which function is being executed by operating system? Main function. So it is common sense. Wherever control is executing, somewhere there only you have to write the function call so that control will be able to jump to the display method body. Sir, we didn't really understand. Can you write the code and explain to us? Why not? See, now finally what I'm going to do is inside my main function, I want the display function to be called. It should be called so that the printf statement will be executed. How to call, sir? Hey, nothing complicated. See the name of the function. What is the name of the function, Taju? It is display. So see, I'm simply going to tell display like this, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Now you should not open curly braces because you're not giving the body, you're calling it. So simply place a semicolon. That's all. Congratulations. This itself is technically called as a function call. Sir, now can you tell us, sir, how the control flow will be? Very good. See, I'm telling you, if you can really get to know the value of these sessions, you will be eternally grateful for the ExcelR team. See, operating system is going to hand over the control of execution to the main function here. Main function will start executing inside the body. You're calling the display function here. Whenever you call a function, what will happen, sir? Immediately at that point of time, see, look at the control flow, look at the control flow. It is immediately going to jump to the body of the display function like this. Once again, it is going back. And see, it came here. Now it is going to go inside the body of the display function. There is a printf statement. Because of this printf statement, whatever message you want to print on the output screen, see, that message also, congratulations, will be first printed onto the output screen like this. After which, inside your display function, there are no other statements. So what would happen, Shashi? We keep waiting for attendance, man. Your life is all set. Control will immediately come out of the display function. Once it comes out of the display function, it will go back to wherever it came from. It came from this point. So see, good Parvati, it will go back to the main function like this. After which, main function will continue to execute. But after the display function called, do you have any other lines inside your main function also? No. So what would happen, sir? See, control now will leave main function and now it will go back to the operating system like this. Did you understand so far? This is how main function will be executed in C programming language. Great, sir. Next what, sir? Next what means somehow I think things are a bit complicated here in this example. Is it possible to optimize this, sir? Yes. How to do it? I'll first remove this control flow so that things are going to look quite clear for us. Tell me, why did you create display function? Because of Dennis Ritchie. He told every executable statement must be present inside a function. That is why I was forced to create the display function. Okay. Why did you give the main function? It is because operating system wanted compulsorily a function to be present inside your program whose name should be main function. My question to all of you is, why the hell can't I satisfy both of them using a single function itself? What do you mean to say, sir? See, look at the smart move here. According to Dennis Ritchie, I had to compulsorily provide this executable statement, printf statement inside a function. Did Dennis Ritchie tell me that the function name should compulsorily be display only? No, I can give any function name. What very intelligently I would do now is, I will not give any other name. I will call this function itself as the main function like this. In that case, now let us go back to Dennis Ritchie. Hey, Dennis Ritchie, are you happy now? Yes, why? Because printf statement is present inside a function. He doesn't care what is the name of the function. Let us also go to operating system. Boss, are you happy with the program? Yes, because for operating system, what is needed? He needs a function whose name is main. Tell me, do you have such a function present within your program? Absolutely, yes. In that case, you don't have to unnecessarily create two functions like this, and inside main function, call the other function. All of that circus can be avoided. That's all. It is like you're shooting one arrow and it is going and hitting two different targets. You're throwing one stone in the sky and you're able to hit two different birds in the sky through that one stone that you're throwing. Both of them are satisfied. So now how will the execution be, sir? As simple as this. See, operating system will directly give the control to the main function. Main function will immediately receive the control flow, and the control of execution will get inside the main function. There is a printf statement. Because of this printf statement, you will also get to see this output on the monitor screen. Welcome to ExcelR. And after which, there is no other statement inside your main function. So control leaves the main function and it immediately goes back to the operating system like this. That's all. This is how simple the execution flow is going to be within this particular C program. Is that clear, all of you? Did you people understand so far? Now, some of you might ask me this question, sir, should the return type of main function compulsorily be void only? Sir, no, it is your choice. For example, see, for example, inside my main function, let us say, I am going to have a return statement like this. I would say return 0 like this. Tell me, what are you returning now? 0 is basically an integer value. So now can you tell that the main function is returning nothing? You are contradicting to yourself. Main function is clearly returning an integer value. Then how can you tell return type as void? Very good. Now you should tell the return type as integer like this. Sir, but what is the 0, sir? Who am I returning it to, sir? Tell me, who is the control going to go back to? Operating system. So basically to operating system, you're returning this value 0. What is the use of this, sir? I don't want to get into the details of this. Basically, it is used to log the performance of the application, how the application is working over a period of time. Whenever you get the value 0, that means your program was executing perfectly fine. If you get -1, if you get some other integer value other than 0, then it is indicated it is not, the program did not execute the way you expected it. In simple words, it is used for the purpose of creating logs for the performance of your program. Anyways, but I wanted to tell you, is it possible to change the return type of the main function in C language? Yes, it is possible, and this is how it is supposed to be done. Is that clear, everyone? Great, sir. The main function in C programming language, we have understood it crystal clear, sir. Can you please also teach us how the main method would look like in Java? Absolutely, yes. So see, what am I going to do now? It is the same problem statement. Write a program to print welcome to ExcelR. This time, I would like to solve this particular problem by writing the code in a different programming language called as Java. Tell me, In Java, do you know how to print any statement, how to print any message onto the monitor screen? I once again repeat, attendance link will be shared only over the Zoom session here. So please, all of the YouTube students join the Zoom meeting using the link that Amar sir has pinned, and he has also shared multiple times in the live chat. Anyways, now please concentrate here. Good, Rakshita. Good, Aryan. Whenever you want to print something in Java, you can't make use of just printf. Just now I told you there is a pipe stream system.out, and here you should tell system.out.println. Good. Now within this println statement, within the double quotes, you have to provide the message. So here also I would say, welcome to ExcelR. Same problem statement, but this time I have decided to choose a different programming language. That's all, Divya. Oh, great, sir. Next what, sir? Next what means same is the story, man. If you think you'll only have this one line within your Java program and your program will be executed, you're absolutely mistaken. This is not going to happen. Then what is that we are supposed to do, sir? Boss, here also you have got two individuals. First individual happens to be a person. I have to show him somewhere. Whose name is James Gosling, the creator of the language. He also has the same rule, just like the Dennis Ritchie. He told you, hey, look, every single executable statement must be present inside a here we can't call it as function. Here we should call it as method. Same thing in Java is called as method. So see, because of the James Gosling's rules, I will immediately create a function, sorry, a method inside which this print statement is going to be added. What is the name of the method, sir? I hope all of you remember. I once again don't want to do that circus. First display method, then main method, then calling display method. Why should I, when I can directly eat, why should I rotate my hand and eat in a different way? So see, I'm simply very smartly going to call this method itself as the main method like this. And then finally, I'm going to put this print statement within the body of the main method like this. What about the return type, sir? As you can see, the inside main method, as of now, we don't have any return statement at all. So what should be the return type? Very good. And this time, how can it be integer? Because you're not returning integer. The return type of the main method is supposed to be void like this. Is that clear, everyone? Sir, perfect, sir. Is James Gosling happy, sir? No, 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 no. This was the only expectation of Dennis Ritchie, but James Gosling has got two expectations. Just like how you have taken the executable statement and you have put it inside a method, similarly, now you should take that entire method itself and you should put it inside another entity technically called as a class. See, that is what I'm doing it now. Next, finally, now what I should do, it seems, I should take this entire main method and I should wrap it inside a class. Sir, what name are you going to give to this class? And first of all, how do we create a class? We already know there is a special keyword called as class, and every class should have a name. What should be the name of this class, sir? I have this class because it is containing main method, and this is where the application is going to be launched. So I will simply call this class as launch like this. And it is inside this class, I'm going to put my entire main method wrapped like this. Is that clear, all of you? Perfect. Now, if you ask me, sir, finally, is James Gosling happy? Yes, he's completely happy. But sir, you told in C language, because see, look at this, sir, because we were using printf, you said we should add the hash include statement to indicate where is the body present. Similarly, sir, in Java also, we are using this println method for which we are only calling, we did not give the body. Should I not tell where is this method present, sir? If you want, you can tell. But before that, you should first of all know where is the body for println present. Okay, I think I have to give you a bit of extra information. But it is going to extend the class with 5 to 10 minutes. That should be okay as long as you're getting knowledge. See, understand this. The body for this println method is present inside your system class. It is present inside your system class. One second. See, there are these classes whose name is system. There are these classes. There is a class called as the print stream class. All of this in input output in Java, you'll understand. Of course, there are many things inside these classes, not really interested in knowing. Just today, I told you all of the classes when you download Java, they would be in the form of packages. Basically, they would be inside a folder. See, I told you today, there is a folder that we spoke about whose name happens to be util. Inside which I told you there is a class called as the scanner class. But these two classes, system, print, stream, string class, all of these things are present inside a different folder, inside a different package, my friends, whose name happens to be lang. That is the name of the package. Such classes which are fundamental to the language are placed inside a folder whose name itself happens to be lang. Sir, like this, how many folders do we have, sir? Like this, there are many folders. When time comes, I'll speak about whichever is relevant. Next what, sir? I told you, all of these folders are present inside a parent-most folder. Can you tell me which is the parent-most folder? Very good, Kirtana. The name of that folder happens to be Java. Now you please think an answer. I told you the body for println method is present inside the print stream class. If I have to include this code of this entire class in this program, can you tell me how the import statement should look like? Very good. Here I should tell import java dot lang dot first you should tell system, next you should also tell print stream, but I want to import all the classes inside that particular package. Then congratulations, good Purva. There is a way to do it. All that you should do is dot star like this. The moment you do this, star indicates import all the classes which are present inside the java.lang package. Shashi, did you understand? Or still waiting for attendance? Is that clear, everyone, so far? Perfect. But please listen to me, everyone. Listen to me. You don't really have to do this. Sir, what are you trying to tell, sir? You are telling the code for println is present in these two classes. But without importing also, this will work. How is that possible, sir? Because, friends, what you have forgot to realize here is this lang package that you see here, it happens to be very good, Asha. Srutika V. Why are you so curious about the attendance link? Can't you see that I'm explaining here? Please leave the meeting immediately. Attendance will not be given for you today. Listen to this, listen to this. This java.lang package happens to be a default package. That means whether you write the import statement like the way I have written it, or whether you don't write it, automatically that is going to be imported into your program. Am I clear with this, everyone? So java.lang package happens to be a default package, which is all automatically going to be present for your program. You don't have to unnecessarily write the import statement. Anyways, so I will just write it here like this, and I would say it is optional, as it is a default package. It is not mandatory. It is your choice. But what about in C? C standard input output.h statement is mandatory. There you have to write it. Did you people understand so far? Great. Next what, sir? Sir, so finally, is James Gosling happy about it, sir? Absolutely, yes. But before you execute the program, there is also one more important person about whom you should be careful. Who is that, sir? It is the operating system. Now it is time of the operating system to check. A operating system, are you happy with the way the program has been written? Operating system would immediately say it is not at all happy. See, it is very sad. How to show sad money? It is very sad. Sad emoji, basically. Why, if you ask me, sir, operating system wanted main method. Main method is also present, no, sir? Correct. See, that main method is present, but what you have done is you have taken that main method and you have put it inside a box. What is that box, sir? It is nothing but your class. See, it is wrapped inside a box. Then how can you expect operating system, who is an external person to your program, to see main method which is there inside the class? So what should I do, sir? Basically, you want to make this main method visible to the operating system. How can I make it visible, sir? As of now, it is visible only inside the launch class. If it should be visible to everyone, all that you have to do is you have to mark your main method with a special keyword. What is that special keyword, sir? You should mark your main method as public. Good, good. The moment you do this, your main method is going to be visible to every single person outside the class also. Because public means it is visible for everyone. Private means it is visible only to a restricted set of people. See, I'm sure all of you have also used many a times. There is this public means of transportation. It could be the local municipal buses that is moving around your city. Is it going to be restricted to a specific set of family that only these family members are supposed to use these buses? No, since it is public, anybody can see it, anybody can use it. Have you also heard about public toilets? Very good. Everybody can use it. It is not restricted to any specific set of individuals. I hope now you're understanding why main method should be public, because it should be visible to the operating system. Okay, sir. Great, sir. At least now, since main method is visible, now will the operating system be give the control to the main method, sir? Unfortunately, now also it is not possible. So what should I be? Why is it not possible, sir? What is wrong with the operating system now? Sheikh Salim, can't you have basic sense and see that sir is explaining such a technical concept? I am disturbing him in between asking for the attendance link. Can't I have a bit of patience? Doesn't this thought even strike you, man? Anyways, least bothered. Right. Please concentrate here. I told you, operating system, though main method is visible now, but unfortunately it cannot access it. Sir, what is it, sir? You're playing some words games here. Visible, accessible. I am not at all playing. There is a huge difference between visibility and accessibility. Some of you directly telling me what is missing without understanding what is the reason behind. Anyways, see, uh, again, take all of my examples very positively. Everything that is visible for you, it is not accessible. See, I'll give you this example. Let us say you walk into a jewelry showroom. You walk into a jewelry showroom. Crores and crores of jewelry in that entire showroom is visible for you. But you please think an answer. Is all of the jewelry accessible for you and can you bring it to your home? Though hey, it's visible for you, right? You should be able to do it, Shruti. Very good. It won't be possible. Why? Because if you want the jewelry to be accessible, you need something in your pocket. Can you tell me what is that? Hey, all of you are telling only money. You either need money or you need a gun in your pocket. Only then you will get all of the jewelry accessible. Anyways, jokes apart, I hope all of you have realized the difference between visibility and accessibility. See, similarly, the World Cup is in the pipeline as well. Whenever any, let us talk about cricket game itself. During the World Cup, there are teams from across the world representing different countries that are going to participate. In total, how many World Cup trophies would be there? Only one. And that World Cup trophy, for every single match, it would also be displayed in the stadium. But then it is visible for all of the teams who are playing the World Cup. But it is visible, right? But can you take the trophy to your native country? 100% no. How many countries, which country will be able to take the trophy? Which country will have access to the trophy? It is only the winning team. I hope all of you have got it now. Good, good. It is only the winning team that will be having the access to the World Cup trophy. Same is the case here. That is what I told you. The for the operating system, main method is visible, but it is not accessible. Sir, now can you at least give us a technical reason why it is not accessible? Common sense it is. See, I'll have to once again go back to the previous class. In yesterday's class, we had the student class. Inside the student class, there were many has, but not really interested in it. At the same time, we also had a method called as the eating method. See, this was the method. Some code was written inside this method also. Let us say outside the student class, I wanted to access from here. I want to access eating method. You please think and answer. I spoke about it in yesterday's class also. Let me see how many of you remember it. Can I directly tell eating method call like this? Method is there. I'm also calling that method. Will I be able to execute it? 100% no, Mukul. I will not be able to do it. Why? Because it is a rule in Java for you to call a method Satoru. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Object of that particular class is needed. That means, what are you trying to tell us, sir? What am I trying to tell you is, you better first create an object like this. First tell new student, then assign a reference to this student object, whose type is also going to be student type. Then finally, in the next line, use that object reference S1, and then you tell dot eating like this. So now you please think and answer. This is the question that I have for all of my close to 600 participants here. Whenever in Java, we have to call a method that is present inside a different class. How will we be able to do it? Very good. You should do it after creating the object using the object reference. That is how we'll be able to call a method. That is why I told you, though this main method is visible, operating system cannot access it. Why? Because somebody should create an object of the class which is containing main method. Can you tell me which class is containing main method here? Launch class. We should create a launch class object, then we should call main method. Basically, this is what you're expecting from operating system. Hey, operating system, first create an object of the launch class like this, man. To this object, you assign a reference, maybe L, whose type is going to be launch. Once object is created like this, see, object will be created like this. To this object, we have also given a reference. What is the reference that we have given? It is L that we have given. Now, what you're expecting is operating system should create an object. Through that object, it should be able to access the main method. Sir, how to access it, sir? In the next line, operating system should tell L dot main. Oh, good. This is called accessibility. Now, operating system will be able to access it. So see, which object did operating system should create here? It should create launch class object. That is what you're expecting. If you tell all this to the operating system to do, operating system will have just one line answer for you. What will that be, sir? If you tell operating system, you want to call, you want to execute main method, then first create an object of the enclosing class. In our case, it is the launch class. Once you create an object, assign a reference. Once you assign a reference, take that reference and call the main method the way I have written the code. Operating system will have a simple reply. Operating system will ask you to get lost. Sir, what is this, sir? Why will operating system be so rude to us, sir? Very simple. We are already like a beggar. We are already holding a begging bowl in our hands. Hey, operating system, please give the control to my Java program to the main method so that my program will be executed. When you already are begging for something, you absolutely don't have any authority to make any demands. Have you ever seen in your life somebody who's requesting for something at the same time making some demands? 100% that combination doesn't go well. If you tell operating system create object, assign reference, then use that reference call main method, I told you operating system will simply tell get lost. I am not ready to do all this circus. I am a busy software in my computer. I will have 101 things to look after. How can you tell me to do all of this circus? Oh, correct, sir. But sir, you only told here, no, sir. We can't call a method if it is present in a class without creating an object. You can't call an ordinary method. But just in case you want to give this special superpowers to a method that can be called without creating an object also. Is that possible in Java? Sir, yes, it is possible. All that you have to do is such a method should be declared with another special keyword. It will immediately get the powers of the Iron Man. What is that special keyword, sir? That special keyword, my friends, it is nothing but static. The moment you mark it as static, such a method will get superpowers that it can be called without creating an object. But sir, how is that possible, sir? We are still not able to digest this. I will explain it here. See, I will, in the student example, I will explain first. See, in the student example, I will mark this eating method as static in front of you. I'll mark this eating method as static. The moment you mark it as static, what will happen, sir? You will yourself see the magic here. The moment I have marked it as static, see, now if you ask me, do I have to necessarily create an object to call this eating method? Not needed. Directly you can call the eating method. How, sir? Directly by using the class name. Can you tell me what is the class name inside which this static method is present? Student. So how to call it, sir? Look at the magic here, everyone. You should simply tell student class name dot eating. That's all. This is what I also told you. How can you give such special privilege to a method that can be called without creating an object? I want all of my students to look at only this line here. Think an answer. To call the eating method in this line, did I create an object? No, I'm directly using the class name. So in the interviews also, if at all anybody is going to ask this question to my students, can we call a method in Java without creating an object? In that case, what should that method be declared as? Your immediate response should be such a method should be declared as static. That is what your answer has to be. Am I clear with this? Okay, let me check this. How to call non-static methods? Through objects. How to call static methods? Through class name. You have to remember this difference. Anyways, I wanted to give the same privilege to my main method. So what is that I have done? I have marked it as static. Now you please think an answer. Do you think operating system should create an object to call the main method? No, it is not needed. So, sir, can the operating system directly give the control to the main method now, sir? Yes, since it is public as well as static, 100%. See, look at this. Operating system will use the class name internally, which is launch, and directly it will call the main method like this. Do you see there is such a big difference in these two lines and in this one line? In both the statements, we are calling main method only. But in the first approach, first create object, assign reference, then call. Here, directly use the class name and call it. Any day, operating system is going to prefer this approach. Oh, great, sir. Sir, at least now will operating system will give the control, sir. I am really sorry to keep you guys waited. It is going to stop here itself. Sir, what is the problem now, sir? I am telling you, I don't have any problem. You have to understand the syntax of main method. Nobody would explain you the way I'm explaining here. Control, whatever operating system is sending, it can be easily received by the main method. But just in case, operating system, while calling main method, if it is also sending some data, that is not possible. To be received directly by the main method. Sir, what do you mean to say, sir? I mean, I have made things so simple. What is there for you to get confused? Control can be received by main method, but if in case operating system is also going to send some data that a method cannot receive without the help of the parameters. That is why, what should I be doing it, sir? What you should be doing is to receive the data, any method. It is not just main method. All of these are golden statements with respect to programming concepts. Whenever a method wants to receive the data, it needs something called as the parameters. And you know, where do we have parameters for a method? Very good. It is within the parenthesis like this. So see, within the parenthesis, I am going to create a parameter whose type is going to be in string array, and the name of that parameter is going to be args. This parameter, whose name happens to be args, whose data type happens to be an array of string, is going to receive the data which comes along with the control from the operating system. How else simple do you want me to make it? Hey, sir, but what is that string, sir? What is that array, sir? What is that args, sir? As of now, do not make chocho bath in your head. Do not get confused. Simply remember, why is this parameter used for? I told you it is used to receive the data. There are two things, control and data. Control can be received by main method, but data should be received by parameters. That's all. What is string? What is this array? What is args? Please have patience for another 22 hours, not even 24 hours. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, my entire discussion is going to be only on this parameter string array args. Am I clear? Let us go forward now. Sir, at least now, is your operating system happy, sir? Because we are very curious to know why is operating system making us wait for such a long time? Now, absolutely, you don't have to wait. Operating system will give the control to main method. Control will come inside. There is a print statement. You will once again get the same output, which happens to be welcome to ExcelR to the Java program, and after which there are no other statements inside your main method. Hence, the control leaves the main method and it goes back to the operating system like this. Congratulations. I am sure at least out of 590 participants here, I am damn sure minimum 500 of you by this time, you would have simply mugged up the signature of the main method, which is public static void main of string array args. without knowing why public, why static, what is that void, why should the method name be always main, what is that parameter string array args going to do? Damn sure at least 500 of you didn't have any idea about it, and you had simply mugged up the signature of main method. But I'm at the same time happy to reveal this also. Those of you who have focused on these 120 minutes of technical discussion that we have had today, your knowledge levels, especially on Java programming language, have taken a leap forward, and it has drastically enhanced your knowledge levels after attending this class. So henceforth, if in the interviews they ask you this question, who is your favorite programming teacher, your answer should be Zabi sir. I mean, they're not going to ask you that question. This is what they're going to ask you. What is the standard signature of main method in Java? Your answer should be public static void main of string array args. This should be your instant reply. Then they will ask you this question. Then they will start drilling you. Why should main method be declared as public? Can anybody answer this to me? Very good. It is to make the main method visible to the operating system. Now see, you can tell operating system. Tell me, in C program, who is going to execute your C program? Directly operating system. But in Java, operating system don't have to do everything. In Java, James Gostin has also created an assistant whose name is JVM. So see, I'm doing modifications to the diagram here. Operating system will give the control to JVM. JVM then will give the control of execution to the main method. So see, this is how things are going to work. Operating system gives the control to JVM. JVM then gives the control to the main method. Am I clear? So you should tell it makes the main method visible to the JVM. That is what your answer has to be. Great, sir. Next one, sir. 1 second. Next, if they ask you, sir, why the hell should I declare my main method as static? Very simple. I told you. It is to make the main method accessible to JVM. You should not stop there. As my students, you should continue. Accessible to JVM without object creation. The second statement, part of this statement is extremely crucial here. Without object creation. Is it clear, everyone? Next, if they ask you, what is this void? Void is a return type here. It is the return type of the main method. Can we change it, sir? It is not possible. See, in C language, can you change the return type of main function? Yes. In Java, can we change it? It is not possible. It should always be void. So here I would say non-changeable. Next, what, sir? Next, they will ask you, hey, what is this main? This main is nothing but the name of the method. This is also non-changeable. Why? Because that is the expectation of the operating system. Finally, they will ask you this as to what is this string array args? Here you should tell it is a parameter of the main method. It is a parameter of the main method to collect data. That is what you should be telling it. Is that clear, everyone? Trust me, all of these concepts on the internet, it could be naming conventions, input, output, and main method. They will complete each of these topics in less than 10 minutes. So in 30 minutes, everything will be completed. I have taken more than 2 hours because in your understanding, there should absolutely not be any loopholes at all. You have to understand all of these things extremely clearly. Is that clear, everyone? Right. Okay. Before I start making the announcements for today, if you need, you can quickly take a screenshot of my screen. Please take a screenshot, everyone. Is it done? Right. Thank you so much. Thank you for bearing me patiently for more than 2 hours. And though I was not able to keep my video on, I know how difficult it is to focus and listen to a technical session for more than 2 hours without seeing the trainer. I also do not appreciate that. But at the same time, I am hoping that my students know the pain that I'm going through of teaching technicalities while sneezing, while my nose is running, while I'm still on fever. I mean, my ears are also covered. I'm wearing a warm cap. There is a mat under my feet. I'm feeling a lot of cold, and in spite of all of these challenges, I didn't wanted to cancel off the class, and I wanted to keep the momentum on. That is why these sessions were held. So thank you so much, everyone. You have been a wonderful audience. I would definitely miss all of you people once the 15 days of training program is completed. And at the same time, I am also looking forward for the blessings from you and especially from your parents for my speedy recovery. So I also want to get back as early as possible because I let it be 500 students or for me 5 students. I want to teach with the maximum energy that my system can support. So thank you so much for bearing with me. Now, before the attendance link is going to be shared, I would like to share this fact with all of you. Some of you, though you have completed the assignment on LinkedIn, I was not able to uh, get to see that post. I was not notified because some of you are, in fact, going wrong uh, in terms of tagging somebody on LinkedIn, which is not a right thing. So I'll just tell you what to be done. And I mean, I don't understand the audacity. You have not even started following me on LinkedIn. So how do you expect me to get notified once you tag me or do any other activity on LinkedIn? So make sure first thing you have to add me into your network, add me as a connection into your network, and you have to follow me. I mean, see, tomorrow in the future, if in case we plan to announce any other technical training program, it could be the EDL, it could be any free training. When I post anything on my LinkedIn, it is only when you follow me you will get to see that information on LinkedIn. So please, it's a humble request. I have got 589 participants now. This is my LinkedIn. As of now, my followers stand at 1,510. In another 5 minutes, if you do the mathematics here, if 586 exclude me and Amar sir, 584 are added, what do you think should be the final followers count here? This is the personal target that I have set it for myself. I want all of you to immediately open LinkedIn in your mobile phones, in your computers. You should go to my profile, type this name, Syed Zabiullah. You will see my beautiful photo also. Of course, better than the Aadhaar card photo at least. There you will have the button follow me or follow, or you'll also have those 3 dots. When you connect, when you open there, you'll have a message. I don't know, connect or send connection request, something that also you can click. Please do it now. I want to see the followers count increasing now so that any future updates on the technical training programs, you will be notified. And of course, I don't hesitate to say this, that I want to add my direct students as the first preference in my network. I'm not denying this fact. I'm not like others who try to be have that hypocrisy telling no, it is only for future updates. No, I'm also telling you, I want to increase my followers, and my best followers are going to be my own students. Please open LinkedIn, go to my profile, type this name, Syed Zabiullah, click on the follow button. And if you want to also send a connection request, there are 3 dots available there. Click on that. And there is, I think there should be a name there telling send connection request or connect. Please click on that as well. Please do it immediately. Sir, I want to attend all the lectures, programs that are taught by you. Thank you so much. Hello, sir. You're a great teacher for my life. This means a lot. Thank you so much for the compliment. But your name is just the letter R. I'm not able to read your name. All of you, please open LinkedIn, immediately go to my profile and click on the follow button, as well as send me a connection request. Some of you had not even created a LinkedIn account before this training session. I was going through some of your profiles on LinkedIn, zero connections. Try to have good connections in your network. Try to connect with your faculties. Try to connect with your placement officers. Try to make good industry connects, the individuals who come from the IT industry. Tomorrow, after completion of your graduation, when you showcase all of your certificates there, you'll easily be able to get some good referrals for you to get inside the industry. Thank you so much, Manoj. That's a really big compliment for me. You have literally made my day. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot, Manoj Kumar. So I'll just tell you how your LinkedIn profile is supposed to look like. Okay, by the way, did my followers increase? 1,510 plus 570. Hey, it has just increased by 70. I am not going to send the link unless and until I'm going to cross 2,000 today. Why are you people lazy to do this? This also I'm not able to understand. I am telling you, the best network, the best connections in my network are going to be my direct students. And by the way, while you do that, I'm going to tell you how the profile should look like. See, this is going to be your experience section here, the companies that you have worked, the projects that you have worked. This is going to be your education section. This is how it should be. You should just not add the college name there. You should also tell what have you accomplished. These are the certificates that I have earned across different technologies here. Next, below this are going to be the skills. Whatever skills you have, you should be adding it here. Next, you should also be extremely active on your LinkedIn profile. See, if I just go to my posts here, you will see at least 2 to 3 posts in a month are definitely going. This is how active you should be. Once you get a certificate, you completed some achievement, immediately that should be posted on LinkedIn. See, certificate of completion. I got HTML certificate immediately. I wrote a post. I am ecstatically delighted to share with you all that I have successfully completed the Learn HTML course from Code Academy. Blah 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 blah. What is it you have been able to learn? Showcase it. Ultimately, all of you are marketing executives. Unless and until you showcase your skills to the outside world, you will not be seen. Hacker rank certificate. Got 5 stars on Hacker Rank, post it, show it to the world. This is what you should be doing. I'm still waiting. I think I've just got 100 out of 500 participants here. Please do it, everyone. Okay, anyways, I don't want to overforce you also. It is up to you. If you feel that I am capable to be added in your network connection, you can do it. Else, it should be okay for me. Anyways, once again, I'm sharing the link in the chat as well for all of you. Right then, thank you so much, everyone. Now the attendance and the feedback link is going to be sent across. Please do complete the attendance as well as give the feedback for today's session. Right. Drink tulsi and danial boiling water, sir. It will cure you very soon, sir. Thank you so much uh, for the concern. I would definitely try it. Right. Thank you, Gurudevi. Thank you, Saifan. Amar sir, could you please send the attendance link?
Yes, I'm posting the attendance link over Zoom and YouTube as well.
Sure. Thank you, Amar sir. You don't need to have a LinkedIn premium account. It is not needed now. So do not opt for it. The normal LinkedIn account that you have, that's more than enough. I'm still waiting. The followers have not gone beyond 1,640. So ultimately, 120 students have honestly followed the instructions. That is what I would like to say. Out of 500 students. Right. Please complete the attendance and the feedback for today, everyone. And to my YouTube students also, I have been requesting, please, in the future also, whatever the remaining 4 to 5 sessions that we are left out with, please try to join over Zoom. That would be better. Please do it, everyone. Amar sir, there is a confusion with respect to the attendance link.
Yes, I'm checking on the same 1 minute.
Sure. Please stay back, everyone.
Yes, guys, I shared one more attendance link just now. So fill that.
Rakhi, not necessarily. It should be criteria to have a LinkedIn premium account to get some referrals. Just make sure you have a well organized and a lot of content on your profile. That should be more than enough. Okay, I think these are only my honest students. I see even now also there are 500 participants on YouTube, also at least some 150 participants. All right, everyone. If the attendance and the feedback is completed for today, all of you can leave. We shall get connected tomorrow as usual at 7 o'clock in the evening. Thank you so much once again. You have been a great audience. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family members. Have a great dinner and a good night. And keep learning. We shall meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock sharp. Try to be punctual to the class. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, then thank you so much, guys, for joining the session, and we'll meet you on tomorrow at same time. So thank you. Bye bye. Good night.